Coronavirus, latest row shows Stormont relations fragile as ever. If the latest political deadlock, albeit now resolved, tells us anything, it's that the foundations Stormont is built on remain as fragile as ever. Just after the now-coined compromise plan was announced, the SDLP and Alliance said the week of fraught discussions had played out more like a peace process negotiation than the workings of a functioning government. Outside of the executive, parties had been openly briefing against each other, pointing the finger of blame amid the threat of a looming deadline. Sounds familiar? But the political high-wire drama has played out even more badly with the public this time, and will have done further damage to Stormont's reputation when it comes to trying to manage a global pandemic. And on top of the questions regarding public confidence in the executive, others are now asking whether what has happened this time is set to be repeated before November ends. There is now a fundamental divide at the heart of the power-sharing executive over the restrictions, which is likely only to fracture further in the weeks ahead. The DUP had pushed for all restrictions to end sooner, but in the absence of that, at the very least, provide guaranteed dates to businesses so they could begin to plan again. That goes against what other parties believe, and they point to the advice from health officials which says the coronavirus situation in Northern Ireland is still at a level too unpredictable to commit to opening up again. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Michael McBride had warned that any extension less than 2 full weeks would cause excess deaths, a comment Sinn Féin said meant it had changed its mind over the possibility of a compromise deal that had been mooted by Deputy First Minister Michelle O'Neill just days earlier. Although First Minister Arlene Foster is among ministers to have acknowledged that events of this week have set a new low point for the executive.